What is going on, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be doing Shadow Donphan, a newly released Shadow Pokemon, and see if it's viable for this Mountain Cup. So let's jump into these battles. I paired it up with Empoleon and Escavlier, a double steal in the back, because Donphan is that ground typing, which is weak to, ice and grass and water. So yeah, hopefully this team works out. Let's check it out here. They bring in a Mawile, and I was running Play Rough here, but after this battle, I decided to run Earthquake. So they jump into a Mawile, and I bring in my Empoleon. We're going to take that Power-Up Punch. That does quite a bit of damage for just a lousy Power-Up Punch. I didn't think I was going to be able to farm all the way down, and I didn't want to expend a shield. So we take out the Mawile. And I think they bring back in the Ferrothorn. Yes, they do. Can we make it to a Drill Peck? Yes, we can. And this Drill Peck should be getting that last shield, or they would have gotten taken out, obviously. But they get the massive farm down. I bring in my Escavlier because I did not want to expend my last shield. It's just a Power Whip. That's awesome. In comes up a Cargo. And can we get there? I'm going to settle here for the Body Slam. And they are just farming up a boatload of energy. But the good thing is here is I just need to counter them all the way down. And they quit the match. So you can run Donphan with Mud Slap as well, which I think could do well in this meta. But I decided to run it with Counter. Pretty gosh awful lead here with the Gliscor. I'm going to go for the Body Slam. See how much damage that does. And oh my gosh, that does like 50% of the Gliscor's health, which is pretty good. Honestly, with the shadow damage, it adds up. I mean, Donphan isn't the tankiest anyways, and my opponent did a nice bait and switch to bait out my other counter user, because I feel like they have another steel type or something that's weak to counter in the back, and they're just gonna take out my Escavlier with their own Gliscor. So unfortunately, I think I do end up losing this matchup here because Gliscor is going to come in. I am going to get the last shield. Maybe I should have saved the shield for my Empoleon here. Farm down and just came in quickly here with the Empoleon, actually. But unfortunately, it is going to be a Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn is going to reach 2 Power Rips before I reach 2 Drill Pecks. So it is what it is. I mean, we did throw on CMP tie there, so that's good timing. But there are 2 more Seed Bombs. Yeah, 2 Seed Bombs away from the next Power Whip, and we are 3 Waterfalls away. So they're going to be able to take this matchup here. Just bad alignment there. I mean, with my double counter team, maybe I could have taken that, but yeah, so Shadow Donphan into Lapras. This may seem like a good matchup, but the water good damage is eating away, just feasting on the Donphan. But the counter damage is doing equal amount of damage. I'm going to shield this up here. I do want to preserve my Donphan, and maybe I can farm all the way down. But in comes a Frostlass, and I go into my Escavalier. I think this might have been a mistake. I should have came into my Empoleon. We resist the avalanche damage, and I think we would have outpaced to the... No, we wouldn't have outpaced, but we would have been able to waterfall them almost all the way down before they reached 2 moves. So now they would have reached 2 moves before they reached 3 moves. But I could have shielded up one of the Shadow Balls, hoping to be a Shadow Ball. Hydro Cannon is going to get that last shield, which is quite nice. But I come into my Donphan here. They bring back out the Lapras. We're going to be able to Body Slam this thing out of existence. In comes the freaking Skarmory. Okay, this is very doable. Skarmory is flying steel typing, and due to our steel typing for our Empoleon, we're going to be able to resist all the damage. So even if they Brave Bird us here, it is not going to KO. Sky Attack is going to come through, and we just have to get a Waterfall through. No, they reach a second Sky Attack, but Empoleon lives on 1 HP. Hydro Cannon the Frostlass, because we win CMP tie, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent here. So that was a crazy one, and we're going to be hopping into the next matchup here. I mean, this is not the best lead either. I come into my Escavalier. I'm hoping they kind of swap out, but they are not. So maybe I should have stayed in with my Donphan. But, the Powder Snows and Avalanches would have just absolutely tore us apart, whereas Counter is going to be double resisted, or single resisted, due to that Ghost and Ice typing. Second drill run coming through, and that gets both shields. They must be uber weak to counter in the back. Either that or the Escavlier, but we'll see. In comes an empoleon of their own. I am going to shield this up here. See what we can do. Maybe I should. I think I try to two-head play this and see if I can counter all the way down here. But if I would have thrown that one more waterfall and then come in and snipe with my Donphan, that would have been a little bit better. Either that or just stayed in with the Empoleon and get the full farm down. Then I would have had a boatload of energy coming in. I could have done one more waterfall there, and I think that is going to be my downfall here because we are one waterfall short to get to the Hydro Cannon, and we end up losing that matchup. So GG's there. All right, Ferrothorn versus Donphan again. In comes a Marshtomp, and I don't really have a solid answer to a Marshtomp. And you're going to see here that Surf absolutely train wrecks the Escavalier. Oh my gosh, that does so much damage. I am going to shield up this Surf here. I don't want to get taken out before I throw a move. I'm going to throw this Drill Run off here, expecting them to shield, which is quite nice. But the good thing is here is I'm going to be able to get this thing low enough where I think I can counter down here with Donphan, and we're just not able to. Oh, even with the shadow damage, we're not able to farm all the way down. But let's see what they have here. Back in comes the Ferrothorn, and we have the EQ. Whoa, that was one shots. That freaking, oh my gosh. I could have stayed in with Donphan here. I make the big mistake of not staying in with Donphan and just going straight for these body slams. But, I mean, it's okay. We get the last shield here, and my opponent is going to overfarm way too much, allowing me to get to a second Hydro Cannon. Left, right, good night, Wish Cash. In comes the Ferrothorn. We get the waterfall through. Counter damage goes through. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I think my opponent overtapped, and thank you all so very much for watching. If last, Donphan, is he any good? I wouldn't suggest building one right away. I mean, if you want to build one for the spice and run it, go right ahead. But for this meta, even for this meta, it's going to struggle a little bit due to all the water and ice typings you're going to see. And the ground typing, it just doesn't have the bulk to really contend with the meta. But if you want to run it, go right ahead. I built mine just because I wanted to see how it performed. It was quite fun, counter body slam spam is nice. It's kind of like almost like a Vigoroth, but just not as bulky. So, I mean, I don't suggest running one, but it's up to you guys. But thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button and comment if you want to see anything in the future. And you see that video right there? Oh yeah, that one there. Click that one because it's going to be a good one, and I'll see everybody in the next video.